Welcome back. With so much happening in the world right now, it's no wonder that people are turning to pets as a source of comfort. Many times we turn to our pets for love, companionship, and comfort, especially in uncertain times. So how can we return the favor and keep them protected? Kidda's fire safety expert Sharon Cooksey has everything you need to know about pet fire safety. I want you to tell us about Kidda, and who is that adorable creature with you today?
So first, Kidda is a leading manufacturer of smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and fire extinguishers and other life safety products.
Let's go ahead and talk safety tips, though, for pet owners, because this is serious. It's something that many pet owners probably haven't thought about, right?
So every year, it's estimated that pets actually cause 1,000 fires, which costs about $13.7 million in direct property damage. So yes, exactly. And a lot of people don't think about that. I had a near miss. He chewed through a couple of electrical wires. Even though I had protected them and kept them out of reach, he was able to mischievously get them down. So it's super important to protect your pet. And one of the more common complaints that we hear about smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms and pet safety is my dog or cat is scared to death of the sound of the smoke alarm. But we're here to tell you that you can actually help them reduce that fear level through practice. So if you think about it, you can train a pet to sit down and to lie down. And through practice and training, by hitting the test button on the alarm and then running to an exit, mimicking the behavior you would want them to do in case they heard an alarm and there was, an emergency and they needed to evacuate. Over time and practice, they'll, number one, become familiar with that sound. It really won't scare them as much as it would before if it were a strange noise. Number two, we'll get them out into safety much, much faster.
Oh, that's great advice. In fact, what are some other things we can do actually to prepare in the event of an emergency?
So the first and foremost, we recommend installing pets inside window clings. So these are clings that you can put in your window. It looks a lot like this. In fact, we've made these available to departments in the area. So call your fire service. So that helps first responders recognize that there is a pet inside that they might need to rescue, get it out to safety. We also recommend that you practice your escape planning and make sure that you do it with your pet included. We strongly recommend that you assign one person in your home to be responsible for each pet. So that way you can assure that all of your occupants, two-legged and four-legged, can get out safely.
Great advice. Now, we can't be reminded enough how important are working smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. I say working because a lot of us have them, but they don't always work.
So check your smoke alarms. Hit the test button once a week and check the date. So if you don't know when the last time that you installed your smoke or carbon monoxide alarms, it's probably a really good time to check. So every 10 years, every alarm needs to be replaced.
All right, now it's easy to prepare when you're home with them, but what happens when we're away from home? How can we still keep them safe?
That's such a great question. Thank you for asking it. So crate or gate. So you want to keep your pet confined so that they can't do the things I just described that Sandra's been doing, right? Running around and tearing things up and chewing through wires when you're not home. So consider crating your pet, and if you do, crate them near an entrance. So in case of an emergency, a first responder can easily get them and get them out as fast as possible. And if you're not a crater, then consider gating. So putting up baby gates or puppy gates around the house and confine them to an area that we strongly recommend to be, again, near an entrance so that you can get them out. Now, for cats and other animals that may not be gate or crateable, consider also removing stove knobs from your cooktop so that a cat or a large dog couldn't jump up and turn your oven on or stove on without you being home. And also consider removing anything off the countertop that they could easily knock over. Like I know that I have a kitchen block set that could have been easily knocked over, so I moved it right away.
That's so great advice. We appreciate this, Sharon. Thank you so much. All right, July was Pet Fire Safety Month, and you can visit the Kidde online store for pet window clings, smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, fire extinguishers, and more at shopkidde.com. Kidde paid for today's segment. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here.